Shriram Finance reported a good set of numbers for the fourth quarter. I mean, it's been quite a good year for a year as well, FY24. Net interest margins are at two-year highs, asset quality is improved, disbursements are also looking very strong. Mr. Umesh Revankar is Executive Vice Chairman at the company. He's joining us to take some questions. Mr. Revankar, good morning. Great to have you with us here, sir. Prashant this side. I mean, you continue to deliver and the stock continues to deliver for investors. So, I mean, I guess it's a happy situation. We've wrapped up FY24 and it's been strong, and we'll get into some of the details. But just at a headline level, will you be able to continue these growth rates into 25 as well? Or will we see a little bit of moderation? So AUM growth for the full year was about 21%. Let's start there. What should we expect in 25?
Yeah, good morning. I think we had given a guidance of 15% last year, and we grew a little better because better economic condition. And also there was higher ticket size because the prices of each of the asset classes whom we are lending had gone up in the previous year. And that may not be the case this year. That's one thing. Therefore, the year-on-year increase may not be as high. Plus, the election being there for the first 2 months, and economy is to some extent dependent on government capex, and government machinery not being there will also have some slowdown impact in the first 2 months. So first quarter can be a little slower, then probably it will pick up. So overall, we would like to give guidance of 15, and probably if the economy is doing very strongly in the second half of the year, we should be able to grow a little better than that.
So 15% is your disbursement guidance, is it? For the full year, for FY25?
AUM growth, yeah.
Oh, your AUM growth, okay, all right. And can you tell us rural markets, how much of a recovery have you seen so far? At what stage of the rural segment recovery are we at? And, what's the outlook going forward?
See, overall, if you look at the rural economy, we were quite positively surprised because the rural economy is doing very well. Overall credit growth in the system itself was 20%. So we did had a good demand for tractors and especially for two-wheelers. So if you look at the two-wheeler demand and growth for us is around 30% year on year, especially in the rural market. When I say rural market, more on agricultural dependent economy like UP, Bihar, MP. We had an excellent demand coming from this side, both for tractors and two-wheelers. So we do expect the rural economy to continue to do well. And also this year, the monsoon prediction being normal or above normal, it will augur well for us in the rural area.
So when you talk about this AUM growth, which is the segment that you think can drive the AUM growth? Will it largely come from the two-wheeler segment, the rural focused areas? I mean, can you give us a segment-wise breakup?
The overall, the demand for passenger vehicle across rural and urban has been good. One is good demand from tourism, a good demand from a rural economy doing well. Road network, there is a good demand for across the rural market for both the two-wheeler plus the normal passenger vehicle. So the rural economy is driving the passenger vehicle demand, plus the tractor demand continues to remain reasonably strong. MSME is another one area where we have used the cross-selling part of it. In the sense, we had two different business entities in the past. One was vehicle financing focused, another one is non-vehicle, especially MSME focused. Now, since we have a combined branch network and integration has done well for our business, and we are able to reach out with the MSME loan to more geography, and therefore the MSME growth also has been good. So MSME and passenger vehicle, including two-wheeler, will drive the growth for the next full year.
Okay, all right. Hi, good morning, Mr. Revankar. So we've got a fair bit in terms of growth. Give us a few more numbers. The NIMs came in at the highest we've seen in multiple quarters. I think it's a 2-year high. So what's the outlook on the NIMs? And the ROAs as well are holding at around 3.1%. So that's an improvement on a year-on-year as well as on a sequential basis. What's the guidance out there?
Basically, we are able to hold on to NIM or grow the NIM mainly because of a mix. We were able to to sell the high yielding product like the gold loan, two-wheeler, and MSME, which are a little higher yielding than the commercial vehicle loans. That gave us a better mix and a better net interest margin. And also, we have managed our liability side very well. Our incremental increase in cost of in the liability side has been much lower compared to any peers. So year on year, the overall liability cost has gone up by only 20 basis points, and which we were able to pass it on to the customers. So overall, I think good product mix and better management of the liability side, we were able to have a better margin, and that has reflected in our ROA also.
So what will the guidance be then, sir, on the ROA?
We should be able to maintain at this level, maybe around 5 to 10 basis point increase on ROA plus because the OPEX improvement. And also, we would say that on the net interest margin, we would like to maintain the present level at around 9%.
Okay, 9 plus, just under 9.
And around 9, yeah, maybe
Around.
plus or minus 5.
Okay. On the personal loans front, you've seen you've obviously taken it down disbursements very sharply in the quarter, right? So that one should assume will remain the strategy in 25 as well. And just a quick word on commercial vehicles. I don't think we've touched upon that. That's of course the core book for you.
Yeah, so on the personal loan, we have been very cautious. We have further strengthened our credit rule engine. In fact, we have been giving personal loan only to our existing customer. We had not been going to the market and acquiring the new customer on either digital platform or directly. So it is mostly for the successful existing customer who have completed one of the vehicle loan, we were giving the personal loan. So that's one thing. On a commercial vehicle loan, we have grown 14.6 in the last year. I'm talking about only the goods carrying vehicle. And on passenger vehicle, we have grown 30%. So overall, commercial vehicle has been reasonably good growth for us. And we will continue to grow in that segment, steady growth. I expect around 12% growth on commercial vehicle, because in the first quarter this year, new vehicle sales have been flattish and have come down a little in a certain segment of the commercial vehicle. So we would like to give a guidance of 12%, because first quarter again commercial vehicle sales can be little down, mainly because of the election-related activities, and government spend on the infra could be little lower in the first quarter. So that being the case, we are a little cautious about the growth.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in. Appreciate your time here on CNBC TV 18.